Love has always been abundant in my life. I have definitely struggled in other areas of my life, like career and carving out my own path, but love always came easily to me. I consider myself to be one of those lucky few people that never had to really put effort into bringing love into their lives. I never had to explicitly look for a partner to share my life with. And I met my love, my boyfriend King, shortly after I moved to New York City. So what about you? What about finding love in New York City this spring season? What about reigniting your love and your passion if you already found that special person? As you will see in this video, with love, we oftentimes have it backwards. And the way we actually encounter love is not what you might necessarily expect. So, how do you find love in New York City? Paradoxically, finding love is mostly about not looking for love. That's why you always hear people say, "Oh, I found my partner when I wasn't even looking. Oh, it happened so unexpectedly. It happened when I least expected it to happen." And that is actually true for myself as well. I definitely met King when I was not expecting to meet him. It is so interesting. I feel like people living in New York City are so proactive. They go after what they want unapologetically. And it seems like love should also be one of those areas in which you pursue what you want with so much energy, with so much determination. But ironically, finding love is about something else, about focusing on something else. In order to find love, you shouldn't be looking for it. And if that is the case, then what should you do? Love and romantic relationships are something you simply cannot force into your life. But you can definitely fall in love with your own life. You can fall in love with where you are right now. You can fall in love with your own personal journey through this life. Guys, in my own experience, love always found me when I was happy on my own, when I was truly enjoying life on my own, when I saw beauty that was surrounding me, when I was abundant, when I felt like I already had so much in my life. Every time I felt like I didn't need love to complete me, that's exactly when love would come into my life. I think it is so powerful to shift from the idea of something is lacking in my life is not complete, to my life is abundant. I have so much in my life already. I have so many gifts that the universe has given me. It is the difference between seeing a glass half full or half empty. Be happy right now with what is surrounding you. I know you might not be exactly where you want to be, and you have this idea of like, oh, at this point in time, I'm supposed to be somewhere farther ahead, but I think everything is happening at the right time for the right reason. So appreciate where you are right now. I'm sure you have a lot of goodness in your life, and I encourage you to participate in your life in New York City with so much passion. It is super important to love our own lives, even without that partner being here, because we can't expect for someone to save us. We can't expect for someone to enter our dream reality and light it up. We should light it up ourselves, and this light will be attractive to everyone around you. And it will be the most attractive to the person who is meant to come into your life and with whom you're going to have the most beautiful love story. Another thing you can do instead of looking for love and for partner is to fall in love with New York City. This is such an incredible, beautiful city. I absolutely love living here, and I'm definitely in love with it. And it is again a shift from complaining about New York, complaining about the dirty streets, complaining about the trash bags, complaining about the fast pace. You can definitely find things to complain about. But just like you're falling in love with your own life this spring, find a way to fall in love with this city even more. This city definitely gets a bad reputation for dating as well, because there are so many people here and people have a lot of choices and everyone is just scrolling on Hinge or Raya and they always think something better is out there, something better is coming. And so oftentimes people are just like not intentional with their dating. And maybe you find yourself complaining about it as well, like, oh, dating in New York City is so tough. It's so hard to find your person. Everyone is just looking for like short-term fun, but not that many people are interested in long-term commitments. But I encourage you to let go of this for some time. Let go of this premise and just fall in love with the city. Feel gratitude for where you live and be excited for everything that's unfolding for you in this city. I personally go on these little day trips here and there to different neighborhoods. I love walking around Dumbo, around West Village or Williamsburg, or I take a train to Fidei or Tribeca and I walk around there. I visit Central Park very often because I love to run. So I always feel this appreciation for Central Park, especially in the spring. It looks like an enchanted forest. So now you have fallen in love with your life and you have fallen in love with New York. The next step is to fall in love with yourself. The greatest wisdom that I know about relationships is that no partner can ever make you happy. You make yourself happy, and then your partner will amplify your happiness. But your partner cannot give you happiness. In fact, let's rewrite it. Nothing in life can make you happy. You can make yourself happy, and then any other thing or event or person that comes into your life can amplify your happiness. But if your happiness is not there to begin with, you're empty. There is nothing anyone can do that will suddenly make you happy. Happiness is an internal thing, although we're constantly taught that we get happiness from something external. That's simply not the case. Find happiness and love for yourself within yourself. Exude happiness no matter what. Finding a romantic relationship is truly the biggest paradox because you think if I look for it, I will find it. And reality is you find it when you no longer need it, when you're no longer looking for it because you are already happy. That's precisely the moment when it finds you. There is this card that I want to show you. It is from Abraham Hicks' Ask and It Is Given card deck. And it says, I will love where I am right now. No conditional statements. You're not saying, I will love my life and myself if I have a partner, or I will love my life and myself if I get that job. This doesn't work this way. It took me a long time to fully understand the implications of this. But that's why I'm so eager to share it with you. So going back to loving yourself, tell yourself how much you love yourself and how much you appreciate yourself. And it doesn't matter what others tell you or told you in the past. You have a full right to love yourself and respect yourself and appreciate yourself. Do not listen to other people's critical voices. Listen to your own voice. Become your own cheerleader, your own supporter. And most importantly, become your own guardian. So yes, guys, fall in love with yourself, with the current, most beautiful version of yourself. I also encourage you to examine your beliefs. Examine what is holding you back. And you take yourself with you everywhere you go. So no matter the location, you might be experiencing the same results in your love life. I have a little story. I have a friend who's been wanting to find love for a long time. And when this friend lived in New York City, he would always complain that people in New York just want to have fun and no one wants anything serious. People are not entering committed romantic relationships. Everyone is just looking for almost like a one-night stand or just like some temporary fun. That friend would always blame the city and complain about the dating scene in New York. And finally, that friend decided to move to a more conservative place in the south of the United States. As you probably know, in the south, people are more traditional and they usually get married at a younger age and they're much more family oriented. So that friend was really excited about moving to this new location. But guess what? You take yourself with you everywhere you go. So unfortunately, that friend did not find love over there either. It is not the city that is to blame. but it is your perspective on life that will shape your reality and that will determine how you will be acting in all of these environments. If you right now believe that dating in New York City is really tough, that it is like slim pickings out there, then it will be showing up in your life, in your reality, because you have that perspective. It's almost like looking through a particular lens. Psychologists call that kind of thing a self-fulfilling prophecy. Start noticing happy couples, me and King included. And once you start noticing happy couples in New York, then you might introduce this new idea to yourself that the struggle in dating life might not be necessary. And another thing I want to tell you is, please promise yourself that you will never settle. Do not settle for something that isn't yours. Do not settle for someone who is not your person, just out of loneliness, just out of fear or anxiety. It is much better to be alone than to betray yourself and settle for someone. I was definitely settling at one point in my life before I met King. But then thankfully my intuition was so strong that it just wouldn't let me stay in that situation, and I pulled myself out of it. And again, the most ironic thing is that when you stop settling and when you decide that you will wait it out and just be happy on your own, life will surprise you. When you choose the discomfort of the unknown, when you decide not to give in to your anxiety and into your fear, life will surprise you. I don't fully understand how it works, but it definitely works like this. I want to quickly share my story before I wrap up this video. I was in a relationship where I was settling, and that was still back in Los Angeles, and I knew in my heart that that was not a relationship for me. I learned a lot through that relationship, but it was just not what I was looking for ultimately. And I gathered up all of my courage and I left that situation. And after I left, I felt so truly alive. I felt so in love with all of the possibilities of my life. I was almost like intoxicated by this newly gained freedom. And I told myself, oh, I live in New York. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm so happy being single. I'm in love with New York. I'm in love with my life. And I'm in love with myself for standing my ground and for leaving a situation in which I was settling. And I swear, guys, I met King so soon afterwards. I didn't have to do anything to meet him. All I did was go to my friend's birthday party and he was there and he sat next to me and he asked me for my phone number. I think that when we fall in love with life as we have it today, that's when everything starts to change. And when we passionately, proactively live our lives, that's when everything starts to change. And when we don't need anything to validate us, that's when everything is drawn to us. Guys, please let me know in the comments if you agree with my perspective, if you had situations in your life where love found you very easily. And I was so happy to be here with you today. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.